Hey guys, welcome back to Keto Uncut. I'm Rachel, and today we're making chicken rings in the air fryer. Check it out. When it comes to guilty pleasure, crappy 3 a.m. fast food, does it get any better than chicken rings? Those 3 a.m. food runs are long in my past, thank goodness, but every now and again, I long for that food to be back in my life. Before you go off the deep end and drive yourself to the nearest White Castle, try this recipe. They are great for prepping, throwing in the freezer, and taking out just a serving or two at a time whenever you'd like, even at 3 a.m. Best of all, by using an air fryer, cooking them is super simple with minimal mess and maximum crispiness. Let's talk about why you should avoid the original fast food version. As you guessed, they are made with absolute junk. Take a look at the ingredients of just the chicken in the White Castle chicken breast sliders sold at grocery stores. It's nasty. Their chicken rings most certainly have many or possibly all of the same ingredients. When we're comparing by weight my chicken rings versus White Castle's chicken rings, we've got nearly the same amount of calories, yet mine only have 1 net carb per serving versus their 17 net carbs. Now, onto the better recipe. That's mine, guys. Packaged chicken, oddly enough, is not the easiest to find in stores. Usually you find ground turkey. But with the ground chicken, whether it's packaged or from the meat department, any kind will do. Extra lean or not, they'll all work. Now, a traditional dredging method involves the chicken to be dipped in a flour, then an egg wash, and then a breading. We're doing the same 3 steps, but as you guessed, different ingredients. Our substitute for flour took a little bit to figure out, but I finally did it. We're using an unflavored whey protein isolate. It's 0 net carbs and has the texture so similar to flour, it's crazy. If you haven't used whey protein for cooking yet, unflavored works great for substitutions in both savory and sweet foods. I'm using whey protein isolate from Isopure. The breading is super simple. Parmesan, pork rinds, seasoning. I recommend you getting a block of real Parmesan and grating it yourself. If you buy pre-grated Parmesan, totally fine, but you're also buying ingredients like cellulose or potato starch, which are anti-caking agents. Yuck. When choosing pork rinds, the most accessible ones are plain and the ingredients are just pork skins and salt. Almost all the other pork rinds out there have unsavory ingredients like dextrose or maltodextrin or bad cooking oils or sometimes both. I highly suggest Pork King Good pork rinds. Y'all, I'm addicted. They have crazy flavors like stupid hot, nacho cheese, pizza, dill pickle. Not only that, but they also sell pork rinds already in breadcrumb form. This way you don't have to smash bags of pork rinds all day. They already did it for you. A very integral part of chicken rings is choosing what you're going to dip them in. You can go with a barbecue sauce like G. Hughes. Love that. I like doing my fancy sauce, which is just mayo and ketchup. Don't hate. I like to use Sir Kensington's avocado oil mayo and Heinz no sugar added ketchup. Another killer option is the Best Dang Ranch recipe. Boop! And mix that with a little bit of Frank's extra hot sauce. Now let's get started. For the ingredients, you are going to need 1 pound of ground chicken, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika. I'm using a smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 large eggs, 6 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, 40 grams of whey protein isolate, 2 ounces of grated Parmesan, 5 ounces of crushed pork rinds, and up to a tablespoon of avocado oil spray. You're also going to need 2 smaller cookie sheets. You'll see when we get there that separating into 2 separate batches is very important. I also like to use this cookie scooper. It makes getting the chicken in portions a lot easier. I always have my food scale. Love it. Use it all the time. Use it for everything. It just makes recipes so much more accurate. And also, maybe most important is you're going to need an air fryer. Alright guys, so the first step is to portion out the ground chicken. We are going to be making 16 chicken rings, so that means 1 ounce portions, 16 of them, 8 on each smaller cookie sheet. Whoopsie. Perfect. We are going to flatten them out until they're about 1/4 of an inch thick and about yay big chicken ring size. These would not be chicken rings without the hole in the middle, so we have a very special tool to do that. It is your thumb. So let's get some holes going. You want the holes to be about like the size of a nickel. All right. Don't they look cute? Sorry, that was annoying. These little boogers have to be frozen rock solid before you can flour, egg wash, and bread them. If you don't, you're in for a world of frustration. They'll just be too floppy if they're not rock solid frozen. It's just impossible. I've tried taking all 16 out to do the process, and by the time you get halfway through, they're already defrosted too much that you can't bread them. So that's why they're on 2 different cookie sheets. They're both going in the freezer, and you have to wait like an hour and a half. I know, that's a long time. So go do something else while we wait. In an hour, we will come back and we will make the breading station. So we'll get that done, pull these out, and get to breading. So in the freezer they go. All right, guys, while our chicken is still in the freezer, we are going to get our breading station ready. The first step is our flour. So that's gonna be 40 grams of our Isopure whey protein isolate, which is about 1 1/3 scoops. To that, we are going to add only half of our seasonings. So only half of the smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and salt. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Give that a whisk. Flour's done. I don't wanna get the bowl dirty with the eggs yet, so we will do the breading next. So for the breading, we are going to do 5 ounces of pork rinds, 2 ounces of grated Parmesan, and the other half of our seasonings. Give that a good mix. Pour that in a bowl. Maybe I should do it facing the camera. Whoopee. For our egg wash is just egg and heavy whipping cream. So we are doing 2 eggs. Oopie. It's a new one. I have one that's already open in the fridge. Oops. All right, 6 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And give that a good whisk. Grab a spatula. There we go. All right. We've got our flour, we've got our egg wash, and then we've got our pork rinds. Just to let you know now, we should have a little bit of each left over. The reason that I did that is because the worst thing possible is you are breading these boogers and you run out of one of the items that you're breading them with. That's just awful. So if you end up with some leftovers, just know that you're not doing it wrong. If you end up using it all, then you're still not doing it wrong. So there's that. The chicken is finely frozen solids. I don't even have them out yet while I'm talking because they start to defrost so quickly. Once again, we are getting out just one tray at a time. We are putting it in the flour, then the egg wash, then the breading. I'd say you probably have about 5 minutes per tray to get them done before they start really getting too defrosted and floppy for you. So just putting that out there. I'm gonna get this ready so I can do it quickly. Let's go. And repeat. All right, I've got these first 8 done. It took about 5 minutes. They did not unfreeze on me, so perfect. This one went flawlessly. Now we are going to do the other 8. Put this in the freezer, swap it out with the other one. A serving size is 4 chicken rings, so I am going to make myself a serving. Depending on how big your air fryer is or how many people are eating, you can add more. Just don't overcrowd it. So we're not going to need that. We are going to spray a little bit of avocado oil where you're going to be laying your chicken rings, and then also we're going to spray both sides of the chicken rings as well. This helps crisp them up. Place them in the air fryer basket. So it might vary depending on your air fryer, but for mine, I'm doing 370 for 10 minutes. They're done. Can you see that? Look at that. They're like the exact same consistency as White Castle, except they're good ingredients. Oh, baby. Oh, they're still super hot, but I can't wait anymore. Ooh, they look amazing. They're cooked perfectly. There's so much flavor. It's juicy. It's got a little bit of crispiness. It is the perfect ratio of chicken to breading. But now we gotta dip it. Yep. I am very impressed with myself. Woo! A little bit of both, and a little bit of both. That is juicy. So like I said, these chicken rings are super low carb. One serving of 4 rings breaks down to 457 calories, 30 grams from fat, 48 grams of protein, and 1.4 grams of total carbs, minus the 0.4 grams of fiber, equaling exactly 1 net carb. You can't beat that. Best of all, you can prep these. Super easy to serve a healthy meal to the kids or yourself when all you have to do is pull them out of the freezer, air fry them, and then you're done. Linked down below are some of the utensils and appliances that we used for this recipe, including my food scale and an air fryer similar to mine. Also linked down below are some of the food items, including the Pork King Good pork rinds and their breadcrumbs that you have just got to try. Check out my website, keto-uncut.com, for all my recipes and blog posts. Here you can also sign up for my weekly newsletter. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like and comment down below. Let me know what you think of these chicken rings. Also, you can request future recipes. I'm coming out with 3 videos a week, so subscribe with notifications to make sure that you stay in the loop. Thank you so much. I'm Rachel, this is Keto Uncut, and we'll see you next time.